everybody, welcome to Coffee with Christianna, and today we are talking with Heather, one of my dearest friends.
I'm so glad to be here, thank you.
So Heather is the superintendent at the Estes Park Wool Market.
For the handspun.
For the handspun,
yeah.
Okay. Do you want to tell me and everybody else what all your job there entails?
So the wool market has a lot going on. It's this June, and there's things from classes to a market, but then there's also demonstrations and contests. So one of the contests that I'm in part of is the handspun yarn contest, and we have some finished objects that also get classified in there with your handspun. And I guess my role is to just get the word out there to get people excited about spinning, and those that are new to spinning, what does it look like to even enter into a judge contest.
Yeah.
And I found a great judge. So that's kind of like the basic part of what I do.
Just kind of like the Reader's Digest version.
Yes, the Cliff Notes.
Yeah, the Cliff Notes. Yeah, I'm dating myself there, I guess.
No, you're good.
So I know last year we were collecting projects here at the shop to go up to Estes. Are we doing that again this year?
You guys are a drop-off.
Okay.
So Longmont Iron Shop is a drop-off for all the handspun and finished objects. Some of the finished objects are like crocheted items, knit items, woven, felted, just those kind of finished projects, whatever you want to do to finish with your handspun, and then the handspun. And so we're going to go over kind of like what does it look like to enter, and yes.
So how about I let you talk about that, and you have a demonstration here that looks really cool, so I will let you demonstrate.
Okay. So a lot of people that are new to spinning, I know that Longmont Yarn Shop does a great job at the Spinning 101. And one of the things that we do is we spin as much yarn as we can, and then now what do we do with it, right? So this is called a Nitty Noddy, and sold here. And there's two different sizes. I'm on the tall size. I don't know if you guys can tell, but that is the tall side. And you start on one side, and it's just, I'm going to give a quick demonstration on this, and then if you guys have more questions, you can always come in here.
So what exactly are we doing?
We are taking handspun yarn from a bobbin. So this is my bobbin. This has all been handspun. I just finished it this weekend.
Yay.
Actually. It's very pretty. See? Pretty.
That is pretty.
I like the blues. It's Ab's
That's
color
something
blue.
you and Gail have in common, is the whole blue thing.
Yeah, so you put that on a lazy Kate, that bobbin on a lazy Kate, and then what you do is you wrap it around this lazy Nitty Noddy, and it creates a skein, and that skein looks a lot like this. Show you. This is what we buy when we're at the yarn shop before we ball it up into a nice little cake.
Yep.
And so this is what you're creating, is a skein, or like a hank.
Yeah.
Yeah. So all we have to do is just go, we start with our hand on the end, and then we're going up and down through the Nitty Noddy to create the big one loop. What's great is you do it in such a way that you create one loop. It's hard to explain it on a video, but once you get that done, that's where the questions always come up. Is like, now that I have it off my Nitty Noddy, what do I need to do? So part of judging is to make sure that you're actually securing your skein. So when you secure your chain, your skein, you have these ties, and they're like crisscrossed. But to secure it, it makes so that it doesn't fall apart, so that we can wind it up into a nice, pretty display like we do at the yarn shop. And so that's what I'm going to show you. Sound good?
Yeah.
Okay. There we go. So this skein doesn't have but a couple ties. These are just the ties from the beginning of the beginning and the end of the yarn. So what we want to see, what the judge wants to see, not me, because I'm not actually judging any of it. I get to know who's bringing in all the yarn and the finished objects, but I don't get to judge. But one of the things that they want to see is that it's secured in 4 different places. So usually top, bottom, and then the 2 sides. And what you do is you take one of your sides, split it in half.
Let me know if you need my hands.
I don't think so yet.
Okay.
But thank you. So you're going to split it in half. You're going to take your, it doesn't matter, it can be any color. It can be the same color, it can be a different color. So right now I have blue. And you're going to put it in the middle, and you're going to do a figure 8. So around the top, of the left side, which is your right side on the camera, and then you're going to go back through the middle. Hard to explain, but I have a drawing online so that you can see it. But essentially, I've crisscrossed in the middle, and on the other side, I'm going to tie it into a knot, and that's what you do. And that is how you secure in 4 different places on your skein.
So how do you secure with the beginning and ending?
For this one, I'm not as worried about, like the judge isn't worried about the beginning and end, but if you do the zigzag, if you do the figure 8, I call it zigzag, but it's actually a figure 8.
Yeah.
If you do that, then I just take the end, so I would take this end and go through the middle, up and around the one side, back through the middle, and out the other side, and then tie it on itself.
Okay.
Because there's always like the long part of that, the ending. So that's how I do that. And it doesn't matter, see how you can see this? It doesn't matter. Some people really don't want to see the tie, so you can have it be the same yarn as you want or same color, but it doesn't matter the color for the judge.
I know, working at the yarn shop, I appreciate it when they use different colors.
Right? Especially when you're like wanting to take it apart and put it into a cake.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It makes it a lot easier to make sure you're cutting the right string.
Right? Well, and what's great too is a lot of times we will, as spinners, we'll put our yarn back into the pretty little hank like this. And we want it like this. We don't want it tied together because, so one of the other things that we have is a judging card that you will add to your skein. We don't want you to tie it together because the judge is actually going to take this apart. She's going to want to look at the whole skein. We want at least 2 ounces. We're not going to be sticklers on if it's over 2 ounces. We're not going to be sticklers. Some people don't want to cut their yarn down.
Yeah.
We spin up a 4-ounce braid and we don't want to take out
cut it.
2, cut it in half. But she wants to see it. So she's going to take it apart. She's going to look at all of it. She's going to stretch it to see if the wool is stretchy. And so that judging card is just going to be tied to you can even tie it to one of your ties.
So when she unravels the hank, what exactly is she looking for in the spin, like the ply or
so
evenness?
Yeah, evenness. So she's going to look to make sure that your first ply, so this is a 2-ply yarn. She's going to look at that it's 2 plies. So there's going to be some inconsistencies. So I'll be honest, like this is pretty inconsistent right here. But she's going to see that. That's okay. The thing that was wrong with this part is that one ply was not as tight of a spin as the other, and so when I plied it together, it kind of loosened that. She's going to see those kind of things, but if you're a new spinner, that happens, and so she's understanding of that, especially some of our newer spinners.
Yeah.
There's not a single yarn that's going to be perfect unless you buy it from the yarn shop, and then sometimes you don't even get that. So, but yeah, so she's looking at consistency throughout. She's looking at the direction of the twist. So like here you can kind of see like there's some, is that a 45-degree angle? That's what she's going to be looking for too.
Okay.
Yeah. The other thing that she's looking for is on the judging card, it'll ask you like, what is the intended purpose of this? And
is it okay to put I don't know yet?
No.
Okay.
Because she actually wants you to kind of have an idea of how you can use it.
Yeah.
Even if you are just I spin for production, I spin just because I like pretty yarn and I like to hang it on my wall. That's how I like to do it. She still wants to know that you understand how handspun works.
Yeah.
So I would be pretty specific. I'd be like, hey, I really want to knit this into a hat. This one I'd really want to knit into like mittens specifically. It'd be really pretty.
That'd be a great mitten.
Fingerless mittens. It'd be really cute.
Yeah.
So be specific, I think,
Okay.
is the best hint that I can give you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Not seeing any questions, so that's good.
No questions yet.
So the form has to be completed, and it's
Yes.
on the website for the Estes Park Wool Market.
Yep. So you're going to go to Estes Park Wool Market, and on there's a couple toggle buttons, and you can look around. There are workshops, there are information on some of the vendors, but you're going to click on handspun, and on there's a way to register online. So you're going to register. It's $3 a skein or finished object. So you'll register, and you can pay by check, cash, or online, I believe.
Okay.
And then the other 2 forms that are there, 3 forms, there's the form that actually tells you which category. So if you are spinning, so this one specifically, let me pull it up so that I can see it. This one is specifically going to be a 2-ply 100% sheep's wool, and it's going to be a medium. And I can show a different video that I can share with you guys, like how to tell if it's a fine yarn, a medium yarn, a heavyweight, or thick.
Yeah, we can post that on social media.
Yeah. And so part of the registration form that you're going to print out, that you're going to tie to your skein, is going to ask you which category or which class you're going to be in. So for me, it would be S02, and I would put that on there as well. But yeah. The other two forms that are on there is the registration card, which you can print and cut out and then put on your card, and then the diagram, hand-drawn diagram on how to do the crazy 8 skein tie.
Nice.
Yeah.
So if people are dropping off their handspun here at the shop, first of all, when can they start dropping it off?
You can start now.
Okay, and when they do drop it off, what do they need to bring with it?
So they need to have their skein, and their skein should have the judging card on it. So as long as you have that and you've registered, then I have the knowledge that you're bringing it. You can also mail it up to Estes Park, and there's the website is on, or the address is on their website, so you can send it up there, and then you just say care of handspun, and Julie will know, or Becky will know what to do with it.
And what's the web address again?
The website
I'm only asking because I know you have it up on your phone.
I do. It's EstesParkEventsComplex.com.
Okay, cool.
And then there's like the 3 lines at the top right. You'll click on that and it go down to Wool Market. And then that's the page for everything. You can just see all the classes, and I know that Longmont Yarn Shop's going to be there.
We are going to be there for the marketplace. The marketplace is open the 10th and the 11th, I believe. We will have our Knit in Public booth this year again, which will be fun. And Gail, did you say there was a knitting competition?
No.
No? Okay. When
Knitting
do we
fun.
Oh, knitting fun. Okay.
Knitting demos and
Knitting
spinning and weaving demos.
Okay, we're going to be doing knitting demos and spinning and weaving demos. I think we are doing a knitting machine demo. Yep, so knitting machine demo as well. It looks like lots of information. Yeah,
The other
thank you,
thing
Heather.
that's going to be different this year that we've never done before is that our judge actually wants to be more of like, instead of us being holed up, we've always done like secret judging on Friday, and then we just post on all of the skeins up on a board when you first enter the events complex. This year we actually have a booth that's to the other corner of the fleece judging, and we're going to have open comments from the judge. So if you want to see what the judge is looking for specifically, or what she likes the best, or like just to learn from other people, that's a great opportunity, and we're going to do that on Saturday, the whole day. So.
And I haven't visited the website myself yet. Do they have like a floor map so you can see where all the vendors are, where the judging's taking place, or is that still kind of in the works?
I think that's in the works.
Okay.
Yeah, I did see the map, so I've seen the map, and if you have questions on the map, I can actually tell you. But I know that Longmont Yarn Shop, when you come into the event center, you guys are going to be in the back middle, and you're going to have the whole space back there in that corner. Then the fleece judging was in the middle last year, and it was kind of chaotic because they had shops on the other side. So we're going to put the fleece judging in the corner and me in the other corner. So as you come in, go to the back. That's where all the fun stuff is.
Did I forget anything?
No, I don't think so.
Okay. Well, if you guys have any questions that we have not answered today, go ahead and put them in the comment line, and we can contact Heather and have her answer any questions that we may not know the answers to.
Right.
And yeah, I guess you can start dropping off your handspun now, and Bandit's checking in on us
Just
to make
making
sure
sure
we're
we're doing
staying out of trouble. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so that is all we have for today. Thank you so much for coming. I
Thanks
really
for having
appreciate it. And we will see you guys next week, and we look forward to seeing you all at Wool Market. So, bye.
Bye.